Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of designing my own dinosaur theme park in Lego. So today is episode 30, which is a big deal, it's a big number, so I wanted to do a little bit of a special intro today. I also wanted to explain a couple things. So last week I didn't put an episode out, and I'm really sorry about that. I didn't put it out because it was going to be episode 30 and I wanted it to be a big deal, and I wanted to get a little bit more done than I had. And it's kind of funny because the last time I did it, it was like when I first had it done, it was 6 minutes long. I was like, oh, that's not long enough. I want it to be a lot longer. And then now it's 12 minutes long, which is like not even, it's almost twice as long. It is twice as long. But yeah, anyways, I wanted to do more. I just wasn't able to this week. But next week, hopefully I'll be able to do a lot more. But I still got a lot of things done. Even saying that, I got a lot of progress done on the Compy area and the Gallimimus area, a bunch of other areas. And yeah, so let's get into the video. Alright, so just like last week, I wanted to start this video off with a bit of a haul. We got 2 bags right here from Lego. I'm gonna say the Lego.com. No, that's not where this is from. So we got a couple of things in here. Let's start with the small bag because that's what I got first. So we got a large cup of dark bluish gray 2x2s, which is awesome. It's gonna be great for the mountain and for walls and stuff because I always need tons of dark bluish gray brick. And then we got the thing I went for, which is the corner 1x2, or not 1x2, corner plates in green, which is awesome for that area right there, the Gallimimus. And then in here we have a couple other cups, and we got another dark bluish gray 2x2 cup, which is awesome. I don't know where to put this. Put that right there. And then we got another cup of dark bluish gray 2x2. So I went back to the store because I actually was there for a different reason. I had a job interview somewhere, and then I decided afterwards to go to the Lego store and see if they had more of this, and they did. And then they also had something else. Oops. They had 1x3 dark bluish gray brick, which is awesome. That's gonna be great for the mountain as well. So yeah, we got a ton of dark bluish gray brick, which is really, really awesome. It's gonna be great for future stuff and awesome for this mock as well because I need a lot for the mountain, which I'm gonna be starting on. I took this stuff off, this green stuff here, because it just didn't really make sense to have green here. I'm replacing that with maybe some more tan. I don't even know if I have any tan bricks for that. I think I do. And then we'll be slowly putting, or then I'll be putting dark bluish gray here. I just need to figure out how much I want to do of the tan / dark orange here, because I'm going to be doing dark orange for like the first kind of layer of the mountain, and then the rest is going to be dark bluish gray. So let's start getting some progress done in this thing. Okay, so I've started to work on the mountain. I've put down a bunch of these plates and things here just so I had somewhere to actually build on, and then I started building up the dark orange section. So I did a bunch of snot work with the slopes, and I'm building up the side here because you'll be able to see this side and then you won't be able to see anything else. So I have to have this here to cover up everything. And then of course the rocks, and this is going to extend all the way down, not all the way, but a long ways down. So probably, I'm thinking around like here, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to mark it. I have to figure out exactly where I want to put it, and then it will kind of curve off, and then I'll have something else over here. I still have to figure out exactly how I want everything to look, and how I want everything to connect together and stuff like that, because I'll probably need some sort of entrance, or like, you know, a wall and then an entrance for everybody to go into. Or maybe not even an entrance, because I don't think people would want to come into the raptor cage, because that would be weird. But probably some sort of like wall or whatever here, blocking the people off from the raptor area. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to keep working on this at some point. But first I'm going to show off the progress I made during the stream, and then I'll come back and then I'll keep working on the mountain, and then I'll show that off. Okay, so a major thing I worked on during the live stream this Saturday, which was yesterday by the time you're seeing this, was the Gallimimus area. So I went through, I took all my corner plates, and I detailed the crap out of this thing, and it looks really cool. I think it looks awesome. I did a couple like hills and stuff like that, like this. It looks really cool. I think it looks awesome. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I might add more like plant pieces and things, probably add a couple like bushes and trees and stuff like that, just to kind of spruce things up a little bit, no pun intended. And but yeah, for now this is what it's looking like. I gotta do some more detail work on the beach. I haven't done that yet because I don't have the plates for that yet, but when I do, I'll probably kind of blend it in with this a little bit more, because it just looks like a straight line, which looks a bit weird. So I'll have to merge that a little bit so it looks a bit better. But for now, this is my progress on it, which I think looks pretty good. And then I will now show off a couple of the other things I did on the stream as well. Okay, so the next thing I did is I got all of the towers up to the correct height. So if I put this one down here next to these ones, you can see that they are now all the exact same height, which is really, really awesome. So they obviously don't have all the curved slopes on them like that one does, but just getting them to the right height was all I wanted to do. And that's honestly really great, because now I will be ordering a bunch more curved slopes, and then I will curve off or tile off all of these things, which is gonna be good. And then the last thing I did on the live stream was this thing. So I took apart all of the I took off all of the grass pieces and stuff, the foliage, because I want to redo this. As I mentioned before, I want to make a sort of doggy talent show kind of thing, but with compies. I think that'd be really great. That was the original plan, so I want to do that. And I'm also going to revert back to the original plan as well, which is to make bridges between the different islands. So yeah, that will happen once I have that one built. I'll start doing that at some point. But next week I'm going to work on this area a lot more, because I want to do that. But that'll be next week. I want to focus on the mountain this week and some of this stuff. But yeah, this will hopefully get built up later. I made an order for dark tan bricks. I'm hoping that will come in and I'll be able to build that up. That'd be really awesome, but that will happen next week. This week I'm trying to do more work on the mountain, but I'm not going to be able to do a ton of work on the mountain yet. I'm going to need more slopes for that. And I also just, throughout the week, I haven't really been working on it too much. But next week, I'll try to do a lot more work on this park. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully work more on that, and then I'll show that off. And then that'll be the end of the video for this week. Okay, so I know I've been saying that I want to work on the mountain a lot, and I just haven't been. I'm sorry, it's just, I don't know, I just don't feel like doing the mountain right now. I need to move out these tables in order to work on it, which is honestly the reason why I haven't been doing it. Well, one of the reasons. The other reason is procrastination. But the main reason is pulling the tables out, because I just need space in order to actually work on the mountain. I have to be back there in order to actually, get at the mountain. So I have to move the tables eventually, which is going to be a bit of a task. So I'm going to do that later. But for now, I got some parts in. I got 2 packages in pretty recently. So I'm going to be working on the island. So I got a lot of dark tan bricks, which is awesome. Some 2x4s, 2x2s. Got a bunch of coral pieces for the coral. A lot of slopes for the mountain once I get back to doing that. And a bunch of 1x4 in dark tan. And a bunch of 1x2. I think it's like 100 or 200 1x2, which is awesome because I definitely need that for this. This is what we're working on this week. I'm going to be building this. So yeah, I'm going to now open up another package because I have more parts, and then I'm going to be building up this island. Okay, so the next package we got, we have a lot of really awesome stuff. As you can see, I have a ton of dark bluish gray brick and a little bit of dark tan, but mostly dark bluish gray brick, which is awesome because that's going to be for the walls. I needed a ton of this, so I was really happy to get this. I also got a couple of slopes and stuff. A little bit of like 1x1 dark tan brick, just some other dark bluish gray slopes as well, curved slopes for the towers. But yeah, mostly light bluish gray brick, which is super awesome. But I wanted to open this to get at the dark tan brick. And now I will start working on this bad boy right here. Alright, so we got the island finished. It looks really awesome. So finished as in I got the dark tan built up, but not finished because I don't have the actual beach built yet. But that's okay. I need to get more tan plates for that, and I actually ordered some, so those are on their way. But yeah, that will probably be finished next week. This is pretty cool. I honestly didn't think I'd be able to finish this. I didn't think I'd have enough bricks, but then I actually had an excess amount of bricks, which is totally fine because that dark tan is going to be used for other things later, either in the mock or in a future mock that I've been planning for years, honestly. So yeah, that's about it for that section. There's not much to talk about. I built some pillars to hold up this stuff, so now I gotta make that for that, and then I will probably start working more on the Cape Compy area. Probably I will plan out the little dog talent show thing that's gonna happen there. If you don't know, that's my plan, is to make like a doggy talent show, but with the compies. And so I'm gonna have like stands for people to watch, like here and here, and then there'll be like a tiny little course for them to run around in or whatever. But yeah, and then the restaurant goes there. So I'll start working on this stuff a little bit more. Okay, this is my little plan that I came up with for the Cape Compy doggy show, or doggy talent show, which is going to be the Compy show or whatever. But yeah, I've came up with this little like prototype design. Obviously, it's not going to look like this when it's done. This was just me planning things out. I actually looked at I started watching like some videos about dog shows, and it's really funny because the announcers take it so seriously. It was like a sports show but for dogs, and it was really funny. But they had like all these jumps and things and stuff for them to go through, so I looked at that and I took inspiration from it. I decided I wanted to include a podium for the winners of the show. I have the gold medal on the Compy, which surprisingly fits. I didn't even realize that the minifigure medal would fit on a Compy, but it does, or on the baby raptor piece. But yeah, I will have the other two on their podiums. They'll look a lot better than that, obviously. But for the actual course, we have this thing over here, which is going to be the stands for the audience to watch. I decided to do it from one end instead of both ends because it just gives me more room to work with. And then we have the first jump here, so the compies would start over here and then they jump. And then there's a second jump, so that's why I have like this thing kind of on top of bricks or whatever. There's a space here, so that's just showing me that I want that to be a little bit higher. So one jump and then a higher jump, and then this, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do this, but basically this is going to be a tunnel for them to run through. So they start here, and then they go like this, and they come out that way, which was kind of a big thing in the show that I was watching. There's a tunnel that the dogs run through. And then there's going to be one last obstacle, which I have a prototype of here. We have this thing. It's a little bit big, but it works. The compies barely fit through it, actually, which is funny. But this is going to be a tree, so it's going to be a big tree kind of looming over the entire thing, and then this will be hanging down from it, and then the compies will jump through that as the last obstacle, and then the fastest time wins or whatever. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. I'm going to keep working on it, start making it look a lot better, and then that will probably be it for this week's video. I don't think I'll be able to do anything more, but I did do a lot of stuff this week, so that was great. But yeah, I'm just going to keep working on this. I didn't do anything with that because I realized I actually have to wait on that because I need to build up the beach a little bit more, and then that'll give me the actual height for where I can put this thing in. So I just haven't done that yet. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to keep working away on this, and I'll come back to you with my progress. Okay, so I worked a little bit more on the compy area, and I built these little pedestals for the compies just so they looked a little bit better. I just used a couple of 1x2 plates. Really, I could have used 2x2, but I just didn't have any. In dark bluish gray, and then I have jumper plates in red, and I want to use 2x2 tiles. As you can see, I'm using 1x1 tiles here, or jumper plates here, so I just need to order more of the 2x2 ones. But yeah, that's the pedestals. This is the tree, which yeah, I'm not really happy with this. It's really thick, like it's huge, which I wanted it to be big, but it's just way too bulky, and I just really don't like this design, so I'm going to redo this. But I just wanted to show this off and show what I was working on. But yeah, I just really don't like it. I'm going to redo that. It needs to be a lot thinner and just, yeah, not as bulky. But anyways, I'm going to stop working on this here because I just don't have much time to finish this. And I wanted to get this done properly. I didn't want to like rush through this or anything like that. So next week I'll be working on this even more, trying to prototype some things out and just really like get some designs done and get them to look good and not rush through them. So yeah, that will be it for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.